and Matumi.
No!
When I grow up, I want to be a Matumi.
Hello and welcome to President's Quarters. Today I just want to talk about and just basically teach you about time in university. Well, maybe 2020 in your metric year didn't really reflect how a typical metric year would go because there was breaks and pieces. Go to school, come back, it's a lockdown, it's this, it's that, right? But basically a typical metric timetable would literally start from around 7 o'clock because depending even if you have a passionate teacher, they want to start as early as you can, cover as much content as possible, and there's a lot that is being touched on, right? And then your day would normally end around 4 or 5 because after class, after that 2:15, right? There is another extra class, maybe of physical science, life science, whatever courses you may have extra lessons for. And even during the day, unlike primary, you do not have that 15-minute break. You only have long break, 1 hour, and then that's literally just it, right? And that's how hectic high school was. But let me just give you a reality check. In varsity, things are super different. You get a timetable, and let me tell you, there is time. And I wish some of the things I'll be telling you in this video, someone told me in first year, right? So when I came into first year, there is nothing more hectic than metric timetable. Let me tell you that there's nothing more hectic. When I came into first year, what happened was I literally in a day in varsity, depending on which course as well that you're gonna do. So I hear people are doing medicine in first year. There is no time. The timetable is similar to how your metric timetable is. They end at day 5 o'clock every single day, and it's quite hectic that side. So if you're gonna be doing medicine, please be prepared mentally for such type of hard work. And in engineering, I've heard it has similar. But if you're going to be doing your commerce-like subjects, well, not knowing in 2021 how different the setup will be because the academic year starts in March, so already it's compressed. A lot of things are compressed. But on a typical, when you come in first year, right, what happens is there's no one lecture that is longer than 45 minutes. So you normally get 45 minutes per lecture, 15-minute break in between 45 minutes. And that's how it rotates up until you have a lunch break, which is 1 hour. So again, depending on your lunch break, there are at times a need to maybe go to a TAT or something. But typically, that's how your structure is. Now, here's the big thing. After getting that 45-minute lecture, 15 break, 45-minute lecture, there are some days where you literally have no class, like absolutely no class. There are some days where you have an 8 o'clock class up until 10 o'clock and you're done for the day. There are some days where it's 8 to 10 and then 2 to 4. In between, there is literally nothing. Varsity, honestly, there is time. But here is a typical Frank when they got into varsity and they were shocked. There's so much time this university people talk about, right? Some courses, first year, like your medicine and engineering, first year it's quite hectic. There is literally minimal time to just do as you please in your first year. But the higher you go, like your actuarial science as well, the higher you go, then it gets less and less tense. Like when you get into third year, fourth year, like legit you'd have fewer classes. But there are some courses like your accounting and commerce type of sub courses, right? They're hectic from first year. They're chilled first year and a bit of second year, and when you get into your senior years, your third and fourth year, they're super intense, and that's where they fry and stretch you a lot, right? So don't be shocked when you come into first year, your schedule looks a bit relaxed. Expect something like that. But again, depending on which course, as I've said, can be hectic. Now, I wish someone told me this in first year and to literally learn to build the right habits from first year. Because for some of us, it became difficult to transition from first year to second year simply because of the habits we got used to in first year. Right? So here's my biggest advice. And many people, even I remember in my first year, I'd sleep literally every day around 2 to 3 o'clock. Me and my roommate would sleep around that time. And at times, on a good day, 12 o'clock, that's when we stop studying and then we sleep. And that's trained us because of the inconsistency in our timetable. That's trained us to work throughout the night because we had told ourselves that during the day we can't work. And listen to what I said. You can literally have a class from 8 until 10 and have no class for the rest of the day. What we'll do is to come back to rest, sleep, chill, go for lunch, sleep, just do all things but not necessarily course. And I wish someone told me, Frank, build a good pattern. That if you have an 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock class, from that 10 o'clock, take maybe a 30-minute break, go to the library, work until your 5 o'clock. By the time it's 5 o'clock, you go for your supper for that 1 hour. And when you go for supper, guys, please do take your time. Don't take scuffed and go to your place and want to eat there and then you want to study there. Right? Take your time, that 1 hour, enjoy it to allow your mind to also rest. And then after that 1 hour, maybe from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, then push for 1 or 2 more hours. Then you're done. Literally, that is the pattern I literally followed going into my senior years, and it always worked. So the key thing is at night, ensure you rest. Take your time to rest so that when you wake up in the morning, you are much more relaxed. Because the problem with working midnight, you can feel tired throughout the day because of, at times you may have a hectic day, sometimes you may have a chill day. If you have a chill day, you want to sleep, right? And your body sometimes is structured in a way that work while it's still fresh. But again, the bottom line would be what works for you, what is your sleeping pattern, what's your body pattern. But for me, I wish someone had told me, Frank, learn to work like an 8 to 5 type of person. You can cover a lot in a day. So between lectures, go to the library and push a certain concept or revise what you just did in class or do a question that you just did in a tutorial, right? And by the time it's at night, you literally can watch your Uzalo, your Generations, if you watch those type of things. You're the Queen, your Skim Sam, and then sleep. And then wake up in the morning, maybe around your 6 o'clock, then take your shower, and 7 o'clock you're starting to work. You see, in matric already you would have been used to working from 7 o'clock. You can still continue that pattern going into varsity and not changing it. There is super a lot of time in varsity. How you use that time will make or break you. Can easily destroy your academic career because even you're having a lot of extra time and now you get engaged in miscellaneous useless things, right? And you get into bad habits. And then over time, those things build up. So for me, I literally worked from 8 until 9:10, from 8 in the morning until 9:10 in the evening, then go to bed, right? And then 11 o'clock, then I know I'm dead asleep, right? And then wake up in the next morning around your 5, 6. Then I know I'm fresh, then I can go to the next day. So high school timetable is super, super, super tight. But varsity you'll find is a bit relaxed. But how you use your time will determine how you perform. And I always advise use your time wisely. Those gaps between lectures, learn to use them now and don't force yourself to be using them once you're in your senior years. Learn from first year to use those times. Chillers time with friends, can always have it later. You see, as long as you feel productive, make use of it to study. That's an important one. As long as you feel productive, make use of that time to study. Don't postpone and say, I'll study later because during the day I can't study. Right? Never say never. Because later you don't know if you will even feel productive. You may feel like, I'm tired, let me just go rest or go sleep, or I'm chilling, or you're watching soccer, or you're doing all of those things. As long as you feel productive, use that time to study. So by getting a good sleep pattern, right, is very important, and making use of your time during the day. Don't use it to sleep or go chill with your friends. Just using it to study, you'll feel a lot of gratitude, and your marks will also say the same thing. So my friends, check how you use your time. There is time in varsity. No one must lie to you and say there's no time. There is time in varsity. Just check how you use it. High school, there wasn't much time, honestly. But varsity, there is enough time. Even a week or two before your actual exams, some lecturers even stop classes and then can focus on preparation. So there is time. Adios, amigos.